Hello, I'm AbdiXToyCat and welcome back to the video. Today I want to talk about and show off just a weird glitch that exists in Minecraft console, and it's existed for a while now. Not many people know about it, and I was so sure because of that it would be patched out with the most recent update, but it wasn't. It still exists in a very weird form where it's like half existing, half not, and whether, whether this was intentional or not, or whether it wasn't, it's something where I really feel like they should patch it one way or the other because it just doesn't make sense in its current form. So in today's video I wanted to talk about the glitch, show it off, and hopefully get this fixed. So yeah, here's a glitch that really needs to be fixed. If you want to like the video and let me know, it helps out the channel a lot, but also helps get the video out of people and hopefully gets this, to someone at 4J's attention because they probably should get this fixed from the console. But what glitch am I talking about? Why am I so confused? And why am I standing in a big field of nothing? And why is some of the big field of nothing green? Well, this is the world border. It's a thing that exists in Minecraft console. You're all probably familiar with it. It's a thing that happens when you get to the edge of your world. The edge of your world is determined by your console and your world size, but it means that eventually at some point you're going to have a big, like a visible wall. That's the thing about the console version that we all know about. It all exists. However, the interesting thing about this is the last block of the world has never been breakable, right? You've never been able to break it, but you can stand here, and if you break it by other means, let's say with TNT, then what will happen is it actually will blow up because the blocks aren't, unbreakable. They're just I guess punchable, as in you can do stuff to them, but you can't actually break them with your fist. It's really, really weird. It's existed for a while, so I've just assumed it's intentional, maybe to stop bugs or something. But yeah, basically this is something we all know about. It's a bit weird, but that's something that I guess exists. However, this got even weirder a couple of updates ago because they mysteriously patched out one of the last blocks of the world, the last block I was just talking about, but only from two sides of your world. So if you're on the west or the north side of your world, you can actually go to here just fine, and as you can see, I can stand on the block. Just like I was saying, I can stand here just fine, I can do whatever I want. If there were blocks here, I could, in theory, stand on them. That's the sort of thing you can do over here. However, if you go to the south or the east sides of your world, as of the last update, they've changed it so you can't do this. You used to be able to stand on this part of the world everywhere, but now you cannot stand on the last block, this block in front of me, over here. The invisible barrier exists maybe 0.75 blocks further out than it should, and it's really, really confusing because you might think why are you saying 0.75 blocks? Surely it's one block so I can. Well, it isn't that way because here is the last block over here, minus 512. If you're curious, it goes to minus 512 and plus 511 because 0 counts as a number. So basically that means that, this is 511, which is roughly minus 512. So, oh, you can actually stand here just fine, but you're not really standing here, right? You're just standing barely over the limits, and that's what I mean by there is a weird glitch here. The last block in your Minecraft world is just entirely unusable, and it gets even weirder when you go to the very corner because there are two half blocks that you can't use that you can technically stand here. You can technically be here, but it means that you can't, if this was a big gap or something, it means that it gets really confusing because you don't know you can get there. You can, but it really doesn't make sense that you can. It's really, really strange stuff, but where this gets even weirder is the fact that you can still, if we actually plant TNT, as you can see right here, it's the fact that when it comes to destroying blocks, it has roughly similar functionality. You can still do stuff there, the blocks can still be destroyed, but then things get different as to exactly how it's treated. So yeah, basically what I'm saying here is there is a very weird glitch in Minecraft console that should be fixed where the last block in your world, is technically, you can't stand here properly, which is very, very strange, and this is something that's only happened recently, and it doesn't affect most people too seriously, so it hasn't come up, but it does cause some very weird things. Some of the weirder ones, my favorite examples, are if you do have blocks over here, you actually can fly to the left of them a little bit, so it's a little bit weirder that like that, but it means that you can actually be on the other side of a wall. It's hard to properly do it, and maybe it's not going to work right here, but you can actually, if you, apparently it's not working right now, but you can actually get on the other side of this stuff, which is really, really weird by itself. But not only is there this weird thing where oh yeah, there's this magical invisible block that you can only half stand on, it's the fact that you can actually stand either on this block or you can stand halfway between it. So yeah, basically if you have a block there and a block here, so for instance over here, you can see I'm standing on the higher of the two blocks, but if the same thing happens but in the other direction, which is tricky to set up, but we'll do it right now, or at least try to do it, if we have a block on the edge of the world and not a block before it, then what's going to instead happen, so bad example, but we can stand right over here, and as you can see, we're standing above the world in a way we really shouldn't be able to. So yes, something is glitched. Whether it's glitched because they intended to patch out the last block of the world, I'm not sure why they would, or where it's glitched because they actually, it's either glitched because they patched out the last block of the world by accident, or it's glitched because they patched it out, but they didn't do it entirely. They only patched out 0.75 blocks, and the fact that they only did it in two directions, again, you can still use the edge of your world just fine if it's in the east or the north of the world, but the fact that you can't in the south is just very confusing. And sometimes I like to, look at these glitches because they make you ask questions as to how this happens. It's not the sort of thing where you can accidentally play around with a value and remove a quarter of a block, so something else is at play, something else was fixed that clearly caused this to break, and I'm not sure what it is. And even more interesting mentioning that is the fact that I've only seen one person, Sword King, who plays a lot of Edge of the World stuff, I've only seen one person besides myself spot this, which is really, really strange. The fact that a glitch like this happened, and then no one even noticed it, and in fact, because of the way the Edge of the World works, most people just weren't aware this was a thing, which is just strange and bizarre and fascinating. So, what is the fix I recommend? Well, I mean, I'm not obviously the people at 4J, I'm sure they make versions of the game, but what I would say is just give us full access to the Edge of the World. Maybe you don't want to give us access to the last block, because if you break stuff there, that's fine. But I would say, you know, if you are at the Edge of the World, you probably should be able to, like, consistently stand there, or not stand there. And also, I think there is a bizarre glitch where, like, if you are standing here, you can't actually, like, punch blocks from the other side correctly. So if I was, let's find a good example of this. From over here, if I was theoretically here, punching blocks from over there doesn't properly work. There's weird stuff that happens at the Edge of the World, and I think it should be looked at and fixed. There's lots of weird things at the Edge of the World that I really think should be fixed in the Minecraft console, and I wanted to make this video just to let you know, and let 4J, let you the users, and just let everyone know that there's something weird going on, and if you want to play around with it, then now might be your best time. So, yeah, that was just a brief little thing about why Minecraft console's broken. I hope you did all enjoy it. Again, so it's very different videos where I normally make. Usually it's like, oh yeah, here's a cool thing you can do, and here's how it happens, and why it happens. But in this case, it's just like, here's a thing that came into the game mysteriously. We don't know if it's meant to be there. We don't even know if anyone knows it's there, because again, I've only seen one other person spot it, but it's a thing that exists that you can theoretically play with, and you can do some weird stuff with. Again, just, what's even happening right here? I'm not even entirely certain, but it is a thing. So I hope you did enjoy the video. Like if you liked it, share if you really liked it, subscribe if you're new around here, because I make videos like this one every single day on my channel, and if you subscribe, you'll see them daily on your homepage. There's this really cool effect where if you're flying in the same direction, there we go, you see by the way, same thing happens here, but like we can't go all the way into the edge of the block. Like for some reason, like we can only get a little bit of it, which is just, it's just plain weird. Okay, there's no reason for it. It's just confusing stuff, and it should be fixed, right? Okay, all this easy stuff. Hope you'll enjoy the video. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.